What is an alternative but equivalent pleasure to sex? Story 1. One of those really big pressure-relieving poops. Story 2. A real good laugh. A real hearty, can barely breathe laugh. Sadly rare, though. Story 3. Drinking fresh water when you're extremely thirsty. Story 4. On a cold and rainy day, taking a hot shower after you have been outside for a while. Story 5. A really, really good back scratch from someone when you just can't reach an itch. Story 6. Taking a big long piss after holding it in for an age. Story 7. Putting clean, fresh sheets on your bed and then crawling under them while they're still cool, enveloping you in that fresh laundry scent as they gently settle around you. Story 8. The joy of realizing someone you like loves you. Story 9. Ever had someone brush your hair? That'll do it. Story 10. Sleeping in. It's rare but amazing when it happens. Story 11. Getting home at the end of a long day, sitting at the edge of your bed, taking off your socks, and vigorously scratching your ankles where your light hair has been matted down from your socks all day. Story 12. Vacuuming and hitting a spot with a lot of dirt, and then hearing it all get sucked up the tube. Story 13. Getting out of the car after a long drive, that whole body stretch that makes you go all fuzzy and almost fall over. Story 14. Very rare nowadays, married with kids, but sitting down in comfy clothes for uninterrupted gaming. No chores, no plans, snacks as a plus. The dream. Story 15. When you hear boarding completed and you see both seats on either side are vacant. Story 16. Eating amazing food. Story 17. A deep belly laugh that snuck up on you. Story 18. Drinking water at 3 a.m. I don't know what God does to water after 2:30 a.m., but Dan, that shit be refreshing. Story 19. Before graduation, I met this girl named Jessica. We were sort of flirty back and forth, but on graduation day, I just felt this intense need to hold her hand. I did, and she let me. And as small as it was a super awesome moment for me. I just felt this super strong desire to be close to her. We had an immense love for each other that made me happier than I've ever been up to this point in my life. Better than sex. Then I joined the army, and she broke up with me during basic training, ruining my entire life. That was like the opposite of sex. Edit. Lots of you getting stuck on the last part. My life wasn't literally ruined. I was a younger man, and that was my perception at the time. I have since moved on. Story 20. Sticking your face in front of the AC on an extremely hot day and getting that head rush. Story 21. Canceling plans. Story 22. Connecting with someone in conversation and it just flows. That moment when you're on the same wavelength and talk for a long time about anything that's on your mind. You sync up, feeling like that person gets you. Ideas and topics shine and your surroundings melt away. You're hearing and listening to each other go over your future, their past, anything at all. Then the next thing you know, it's been hours and your coffee is cold and the Starbucks is threatening to close, and you realize you've lost track of time. It's the best thing. Also, it lasts longer than sex. Story 23. Using a cotton swab to itch the inside of my ear. Story 24. Just a super great hug sometimes is the most amazing thing. It's obviously different, but can be fantastic. Also shorter, less messy, the come down is easier, etc. Story 25. Taking off the belt and socks and change into comfortable cloths after a long day and just sit on the couch and take a nap. Story 26. Peeling the plastic wrap off of new electronics. Story 27. Having friends around you that you care about each other. Story 28. Setting a goal and accomplishing it. Story 29. Having a reason to dress well. Damn, does it feel good to be able to say, Dan, I look good. Story 30. Frisson. It's a psychophysiological response to rewarding auditory or visual stimuli. It often induces pleasure or other positive affected states. Basically, it's the goosebumps you get from a really, really good song. Story 31. Taking off the bra at the end of a long day. Especially post-COVID, I hardly have to wear one. But when I do, the feeling of taking it off is amazing. Story 32. Eating good, ripe, juicy fruits. When you bite into it, the juice runs down your mouth and drips while your taste buds are wondering what the hell is happening. Story 33. Laying naked in bed with your partner on a cold day under the covers. Story 34. A huge hug after time away. The smell of the person you love. It's intoxicating. Story 35. Just looking into the eyes of someone you love and appreciate the fact that they exist. This is a good note to end on. Please write your stories in the comments. I'll be happy to add them to future videos. Also, you can rate our other videos. We would be very grateful. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.